This contest before. Vietnam won 10-0 in 2019 and 3-0 in 2022. So Cambodia will be looking to exact a bit of revenge the third time round, but here we go. Vietnam. That was, well, Thi Bích Thuy coming in with a fairly strong attack from the right flank. It's now Thi Duyen. And that should be good enough, but quick defensive measures being taken. Lovely delivery in by Thi Van Dong. And that's really what is required in an event like this. The captain of Team Cambodia, that's Pia Srilas. Defensive measures being taken by Thi Van Nguyen. That ball's going to sail out, so no worries for the time being. Did get a foot to hit just in time, and it was TQ. Throw-in opportunity will be taken by Selena. Pulled away by D. Sothia. But from the outside, Cambodia will view the opportunities. Krun stray ball gets it into the goal area, but that's going to be picked up safely by keeper Thi Kim Than. Well, Kim Than, a rock-solid keeper for Team Vietnam. Plays for the Thai Nguyen TNT. 58 appearances for our nation. She's an experienced keeper. Quick work being done here by Selena just to get it back to her captain. Bit of a high foot, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Quick pass there by TDM. Thi Duyen Miley on the back area. Almost had it together for just a bit, I would believe. Team Cambodia have a point to prove, and they would love to get the better of the opposition. There definitely might be something in here. Well, for Team Vietnam, getting right behind it now, Thi Duyen. Just down the center. Haven't seen too much of action from, well, Thi Van Sanan. I do believe the ladies in red will be very keen on striking first. Here's Thi Van Dong. Sent ahead now by TDM. And down the right flank. Here goes Thi Duyen. Fairly quick with the ball, and well, Moni just checking her sides to see that all is well. This young lady does play hard, no doubt about that. An ongoing battle with, well, Heng Suan Moni of Cambodia. There you have the Vietnamese fans who turned up in full support of their squad. Our goalkeeper, Phan Boravi, gets that away. to her team. Vietnam claim possession once again. And that's going to go in favor of Vietnam. It's a good appeal by the captain. Pham Yen, or Hai Yen. Hai Yen Pham just making the appeal, and it was a handball. Well spotted. So free kick opportunity for Team Vietnam very early in, and there might be a bit of joy for them. That's found its way in. That's the first goal for Team Vietnam. Well, I do believe regardless, that ball had definitely bounced in. So there's no taking away the joy from Team Vietnam. It's 1-0. And that free kick has certainly paid off very early. And the flag's gone up as well. So that's exactly, well, how it panned out. We've got to get a look at that replay. Straight off the crossbar, catches the underside, and it's actually bounced its way inside the line. So regardless of that strike, or that backup from Thi Van Dong, well, I do believe it was, well, Thi Big Toi who actually got it in to begin with. And that's straight inside the line. All the same, it's 1-0, and Vietnam have got a bit of joy. Absolutely wonderful, well, free kick taken by the number 23.
Goal for Vietnam by player number 16, Trương Thị Vân.
So player number 16 gets credited for it. Well, for that header. And it's, well, Thi Van Dong. All said and done, for my money, that ball definitely bounced off the crossbar and well inside the line. But all the same, it's a goal for Vietnam, as I said earlier. So Thi Van Dong gets credit for it. It's 1-0. And that's picked up safely by the keeper. Well, sometimes your eyes can be deceptive. Mine could be. That's one of the reasons why sometimes, well, officials can spot things better. It's a fairly early lead, and I think the home team will be satisfied with that. Well, PDM just getting that ball away from the outside. Thi Van Nguyen. That's a fairly quick run. And the referee's going to grant that. So Sok Lee will just grabbing on to her counterpart. And Thi Van Sanan being brought down. So free kick opportunity, and well, Vietnam will look to increase their tally up. But not always be an easy one to do. You do have a Cambodian team who will fight tooth and nail for this. And with one goal already having slipped in, Vietnam has a good backup plan. If one misses, the other's there right behind to take it. And it's Thi Thao, well, who takes the kick. Bit unfortunate there. But I don't think the ladies in red will have too much to complain about, because every corner is worth its weight in gold. There was a deflection, well, straight off the Cambodian defender, and well, Thi Big Toi will take the corner this time round. So another opportunity here for Vietnam to get back and score another one. Well, decent enough delivery, and that's a good clearance. And that's a second goal. Absolutely wonderful backup there. Vietnam are turning on the heat. And Ben Borabi could not keep that away as it slipped past her hands. Well, I just said it a while back. There's a backup plan for every strike. And those reinforcements have been rock solid. Attempt to clear the ball there by Sok Lee. And that one just flew straight past the outstretched hands of Ben Borabi. Absolutely wonderful strike by Thi Van Sunan. So Thi Van Su, well, after all those assists, after all those bits down the left flank, gets a strike of her own. And it looks like the party still ain't over here. Ben Borabi gets it away. And the official has pointed to the spot. And he says it's a handball. Oh, that's just turning out. It's turning out to be a rough day at the office for Team Cambodia. Well, Sok Lee did look like it came off the upper arm. So, penalty opportunity here, and the captain has stepped up to take it. That's high in. Well, just 13 minutes in if you think about it. And will the captain convert? Oh, yes, she does. That's an absolutely powerful strike from her. It's now 3-0. So Vietnam 3 goals ahead. Powerful strike there from the captain. 3-0 Team Vietnam. And as I said, we're still just about 13 minutes into the game. Well, let's make that 14 now. Here's Velas, the captain. Getting the ball away for Team Cambodia, but not for too long. There we go, 8 minutes, 11 minutes, and 14 minutes. Receiving it very easily as Thi Duyen. And that's pulled away from her by Crunchley Ball. Well, the fan support has been phenomenal here. You've got the percussion that's coming. It's almost like a celebration. Well, more than a cheer. And if I was a part of that block where the drums and the wind instruments are ringing out, well, I'd probably be celebrating too with 3 goals for my team. And that's just talking about the home fans. But there's still a good bit of time in this game. 27% possession for Cambodia, 73 for Vietnam. 4 attempts on goal with 1 on target for Vietnam, you would believe. Well, they've had 4 on target, to be precise. One, of course, was a penalty. And 2 was struck. But from a distance. Quick work being done here by Pivan Nguyen. And that's another one. Absolutely sublime goal here. Pivan Nguyen comes in with an absolutely phenomenal strike. Made it look so simple. But it's a very, very smart bit of play from the Vietnamese midfielder. Oh, just scooped that up, just under the bar, beautifully placed. 4-0. So Pivan Nguyen has also come to the party. Well, 1 goal too many, you would believe. So 17 minutes, the 4th goal. And I think Cambodia will take it by surprise the first time, but Vietnam now just looking to keep that pressure. They've spotted a few weak or leaky spots in that Cambodian defense, and they've been able to exploit it. Having said that, here go Cambodia. Well, Somoni with a really nice pass, but Vietnam intercepting that, pulling it away. Down the left flank, here comes trouble back again, and it's all colored red. Well, Thi Big Toy sending it to a captain, Hai Yen. Soi Me Sam. Well, needs a helping hand from a defender, but well, the home team once again in control, and that's past the right post. It would have been a bit of worry. Thi Van Dong decides to unleash one. Well, don't forget she had a goal on 8 minutes. Well, a few of the Cambodian players, well, they'll have to be really, really careful with, well, their arms. I think they've reached out on 2 or 3 occasions impulsively. All of us do it. But, well, in a contest where there's so much at stake, you've just got to be a tad bit careful. That's human nature. Throw an opportunity for Team Cambodia, and Max Rayot taking it. Well, Cambodia do have a couple of quality players in there. It's just about them coming together. Vietnam have hit the ground running hard, and they've got 4 goals in the bag before even the first quarter has ended. There might be a bit of joy for the team in blue. Well, if they can pull it away from these young ladies. And Thi Big Toy is sending it to a captain. Hai Yen will be denied. That flag was going to go up from the side. And when a midfielder or a striker just slows down a pace before the goal, you know she doubts her position. But for every other striker in the world, 9 out of 10, you have blinders on the right and left when you're going towards the goal. And you may be caught offside, but you're still going to take your best shot. It just comes with the nature of the position that you play in, or what your job for the team is. So 4 goals for the count still. I think Cambodia just taken by surprise with those early strikes. Quick work there from Thi Duyen. Well, Tidun just arresting it for Big Toy. And that's going to be another free kick opportunity, no doubt about that. Well, Suckley defends and Thivan Nguyen just brought down. Well, Suckley also going through the motion. Kick taken by TQ. On the outside, here goes Tidun back again. This could mean another spot of trouble. Won't find the target, but Thivan Nguyen still searching. And searching for a brace this time around. And that's, of course, here Sreelas, the captain of Cambodia. Did run into her yesterday. Didn't get a chance to, well, speak to the Cambodian, well, team. But a lot of the Cambodian team still fairly young. A lot of new blood, you'd say. They won't find the target. It's the second time around. Deja vu again, I would have said, from Thivan Nguyen. But this time it's Big. And Big Toy also wants to be added to that list. And if you're going to ask me what list, that list of 4 goal scorers. Selena won't hold on to possession, but she does make the effort. Lovely delivery in. And Vietnam are taking every shot that they can. Well, this time around, that was Thi Thao trying to knock that assist that came from Tidun. So just in case you've joined us late, we are coming at you live from the Luxray Stadium in Haiphong. This is the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. And that's a good collect. So Pen Baravi did have eyes on the ball as she denies the opposition's captain, Hayen. Vietnam win the benefit of this throw-in. Well, keep in mind the fact that this is still the first period. And we just about got halfway past that first period. It's a very good crowd that's turned out here today. Well, temperature is fairly pleasant. Humidity dropped down quite a bit. And I think that's all favorable. Well, the country knows that the ladies representing them are on the pitch. And a lot of those who have not turned up here or who live in different parts of Vietnam will be catching the action right now. Then Baravi. Quick pass back and well, PDM getting that away, but not for too long. Cambodia will have to start making plans. Well, it isn't that 4 goals is a mountain to climb with the time that's left in this matchup. And anything is possible. Van Ooyen. Wall chested, receives that easily. Hai Yen will get a helping hand there from Pi Duen. It's Selena with the, I wouldn't call it a clearance, but just finds a teammate. Then, of course, a helping hand there from Moni. But it's straight back to the Vietnamese defense as PQ gets it back to a co-defender. Here's Stephen Dong. Well, there might be something in here, you would believe, for Team Cambodia, as finally, well, Sok Lee manages to get it away. Straight after current stray ball. And the referee will grant it to Team Cambodia. Stray ball just getting the nudge from Pi Duen. And that's Vietnamese fans, as you can see. They've come up with the lights, and if only you could see it live, absolutely phenomenal sight here as well, the phone flashlights on, a couple of well, battery candles as well. That looks pretty cool. Yes, Relas will take the kick. Well defended there. And that's just going to sail back to safe hands from Kim Tan, the goalkeeper. Slowly approaching 30 minutes at the Lutsray Stadium. Not much has changed since that 4th goal was struck, but Team Cambodia defending as well as they can. They've been fairly tight there in their formation as well. Could be another opportunity in disguise. You would believe that, but it's straight off the Cambodian defense. It's a bit of a wall put up there that kept Tibik Toy away. And here's the captain. Here's Relas for Team Cambodia. So there we go, goals scored on 8 minutes, 11 minutes, 14 minutes, and 17 minutes. And it looks like we've got a rehydration break. Some much needed, I would think, for our players. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. And as our players step back onto the pitch, keep in mind the fact that we've still got a good 19 minutes plus a bit of added time that'll be thrown in for the stoppage. So the clock does stop with our timekeepers, and they're very, very accurate with what they do. So as play resumes, let's remind you once again, Vietnam are very keen on winning back lost glory in the ASEAN Women's Championship, and there's no better way than to start off on a winning note in the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. Interestingly, while Captain Hyen has led the team very well, I would believe she'd want a piece of the pie as well, and she did get it. And when a captain leads by example, it does make a very big difference here for the team. And that's the coach of Vietnam. So a few exchanges here, but Vietnam claiming it back again. And Sockley manages to get that ball away before it could pose a threat. The Vietnamese fans, oh, they're certainly enjoying themselves here today. So much of music there, and that's missed everybody. Needed a bit of nudging, you would believe. And well, Hyen does not get to it in time. It was Thivan Su with a near perfect kick. And that's why I said near perfect. That looks like another spot of trouble, because coming down the left, a couple of ladies from Vietnam. Do a quick run here. And the long ball once again. Well, was picked up well, but not for too long by Thi Duyen. Arresting possession once again at Team Vietnam. And that won't find its way through, but it's an effort all the same, and applause for that from the home fans. Well, Thi Thao making a presence felt. Well, that's a decent delivery in, but it's not going to be able to craft anything for Team Vietnam, as Thi Bich Thoi has to let that one rest. So 36 minutes in, Cambodia yet to come out with a real shot on goal, as the home team seemed to have dominated play for most part. Interestingly, Vietnam's coach, of course, is a man who's been a part of the football scene for the longest time, and that's Mai Duk Chong. He's done a wonderful job with his ladies. And while many of the coaches, of course, do work with revamping, restructuring, and, well, rethinking more than anything else, because it's minor or matter. Well, Team Vietnam and Thailand today just showing their spirit. It's got to bounce straight back here. It won't find the target, but that's saved within the line of play. Well, she'll go for goal, and that's kept away. Needs to contain that. And finally, Pen Baravi reading the opposition. She did know that the captain would be around. And if that ball has slipped through her fingers, well, she would have been punished for it in this game. Well, you can't help but think that Team Cambodia will have a plan in mind when they get back to the dressing room. Coach Kyoji Gyotoku has been instrumental in shaping them. And the interesting part, of course, if you go back and look at some of these coaches, there's so much of history to them. Of course, we'll talk about it right through the tournament. But for now, Vietnam still looking for another goal before they can go into the break. There's been some slick passing, but that flag will change everything for the time being. Well, one thing is for certain, that the host nation would have been expected to make a splash. They've been a very, very big team, probably the second biggest powerhouse next to Thailand in the ASEAN Women's Championship. Well, it did turn out to be a bit of a one-sided affair on that first period. But you've also got to, well, I give Vietnam full credit for it. The fact that they're playing with home comforts on offer, I mean, stadiums that they are familiar with, weather, everything put together, food. And I think the same would apply for, well, other sports as well when the host nation, well, does host it. Well, quick run there from Thi Doyen. And every time there's a cheer, you know there's a Vietnamese player who's got the ball. And while you do have a couple of misdemeanors in there, it's not going to matter too much, because I do believe, well, even a throw-in opportunity could be worth its weight in gold for, well, the Cambodia women's national team. She's been a handful to contain, and that's Thi Bik Thoi. there's always going to be something in here for both teams to, well, pick from. And let's remind you once again that tomorrow we've got, well, two more games that'll happen, and that's going to be happening at the other stadium. One touch pass, and she's on it really well, Deepik Toy. Safe hands, absolutely safe hands there from the Cambodia keeper, Pen Barawi. I do believe Cambodia will try to regroup their defense just to try and see what they can do to keep that Vietnamese attack at bay. But then having said that, even if you get into the second period, it's still going to be 4 minutes too little to do much. Thrown for Vietnam. There's so much of well, joy and entertainment in watching a game like this. But having said that, I'm sure that Cambodia would be just about waiting to get into the break, rethink their strategy a bit and come back out. Let's also remind you that the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025 will stay all the way through till the 19th of August. And make sure that you catch every single match that you can. Oh, that's a good save. Terrific save there from Pen Barawi. Did have to go airborne for it. You always got to give credit where credit is due, there's no doubt. And Vietnam will fancy their chance of another corner, going in for a shot corner this time around. And that's going to lie loose for a little bit. Well, high end denied before she could even get to it. Will keep you in the loop of how much of time has been added. I don't think there should be too much, keeping in mind the fact that we've not had any such untowardly incidents on the field. 2 minutes of added time, that's what you have. Exactly 2 minutes against the side netting here. Well, Tito in, won't send him on the scoreboard too. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes of added time. I do believe it's been a very good time for keeper Kim Tan. Well, it just reflects back the previous, earlier game that was played between Thailand and Indonesia, and Thai keeper Pavarissa, well, didn't really have to do much. Just let the players do all the talking. With the ball, that is. Defensive measures being taken there by here, Silas. And that's looking dangerous once again, but defensive work to the max there. And the captain has to make a call this time around. Here, Silas comes to the rescue of a team, and this could probably be the last throw of the dice only in that first period. as a corner opportunity has arisen once again. And it's David Toy who'll take it. And that's a lot of play, so no worries. And our referee brings, well, halftime to an end. It's been a very fruitful one for Team Vietnam as they will take 4 goals into the break, and Cambodia will need to rethink their plan of what to do next. So stay with us, we'll be back with you in just a little bit when a second half action resumes. It's also day 1 in the MSIG World Serenity Cup 2025, and this is match number 2. The host nation will be pleased as punch. They've had an absolutely wonderful time here, and at halftime the score, of course, will read in favor of Vietnam. And that's the score at halftime. Vietnam 4, Cambodia 0.
YMCA and that fantasy of refuge back me back with the footage from the third world country. I go back like a pop carry praise while really the whole club is moved by the CIA. I should tell me these are Haitians, I ain't get this and these are transactions. No hope to book, no more to be snatched. No refugees run the seas cause we on our own boat.
Welcome back to second half action right here in Haiphong. It's been a very, very exciting evening for all of us, and the Luttray Stadium has come totally alive with the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. And just in case, of course, you have joined us late, this is a Group A encounter with Vietnam. Well, clashing with Cambodia, and the ASEAN Women's MSIG Serenity Cup 2025, well, has a lot to offer, and it's a good bit of action all the way till the 19th, and I'm more than happy to be a part of it. Always a joy to watch these skilled players in action, and the ASEAN's biggest football contest for women. Straight off here to PQ. A few new players who are on board. Nuhan has come in for, that's the number 9, number 8. Well, Tuk Hong, and number 10, Thi Hai Lin. So you've got
For Vietnam,
3
player
players.
Number 18, Nguyễn Thị Vạn, replaced by player number 8, Nguyễn Thị Trúc Hương.
So Thu Hong is coming along with
Player number 16,
there you go.
Dương Thị Vân, replaced by player number 10, Trần Thị Hải Linh.
Thi Hai Lin.
Player number 12, Phạm Hải Yến, replaced
Well,
by
almost
player
would have been
number
another opportunity. Oh, that's going to be a bit wide. And while the substitutions go on, well, Thivan Sanan just unleashes one as strong as she can. So there might definitely be, well, a few more goals here in this part of play, and I wouldn't put it past, well, Cambodia to score as well. And if you had to ask me which team I was rooting for, well, I would say neither. I'm just here to enjoy the contest. So that's really the thrill of it, but dedicated fans have turned up. There are a few Cambodian fans too, by the way, and it was quite a joy to see them earlier, but this place has been dominated by shades of red. Quick pass back from TQ Chong. It's back to TQ. Developing hand from Thi Thu Thong. Quick work forward from Thu Hong. And that's, well, Pen Baravi just making, well, sure she can't get that ball away. And that's a bit dangerous, but good defensive work put up there by the captain. And this young lady is beginning to look, well, dangerous with every effort. And that is Thi Big Toy. Absolutely wonderful player, but without actual vision of it. Here's Relas putting her foot out, and a corner granted to Team Vietnam, and it is the number 23 who'll take it. So Vietnam have chased everything down that they could, and well, as we finish this first 5 minutes of action, let's remind you, well, the number 15 to Thi Duyen, she's been really, really outstanding on that right flank, especially with stealing possession, trying to create those opportunities. And there's one thing that does come with that Vietnamese football spirit. It has to be that never say die attitude. Well, they'll do everything within their power to win, give it their all. And that's going to be a goal! Straight off the bench there for Trong, and she's actually been able to get one through. And an assist by Thivan Sanan. So, 5th goal in the bag. And the Vietnam coach says, let's get on with it.
Goal for Vietnam by player number 8, Nguyễn Thị Trúc Hương.
Well, Chukong just coming in off the bench in that second period of play. So Chukong doing very well. But what an assist there. Set up by Thivan Sanan. So 5 goals for the count. And I did believe that, well, Cambodia were just going to be able to stall, well, then for a while. Ball was pulled away just in time, but not for too long. As Soim Mesam had to let that ball go. Well, the odd thing about well, the teams on pitch, Vietnam have been very, very pacey. They've been, well, really fast. They've grabbed opportunity where it's been available, and without gauging, you know, anything about the situation in the game, they've gone about their business like a regular day at the office. And if that's a sign of anything to go by, it might just be one of the teams, well, to watch. Well, don't forget, they've won so many championships previously. Denied any joy here, and there was Nuhan. For an opportunity taken by Peter. Goes PQ. Well, their passes have been fairly good. Interception has been good. And the number 21 has created a few worries here. Yes, so Mesam. Well, still persisting, but that's pulled away by Peter Thong. And quick clearance there by the captain. Here's Swelas making sure that Chakong doesn't get another, well, goal for the night. Still fairly early, not even 10 minutes into that second period. So there's still a lot of time left. Now that will be a free kick opportunity. That's with Hibik Toy being brought down by Strum Shreliak. Selino's just standing guard there. Just got to watch Chakong. Oh, that's a good save. Barawi able to palm that away. Nuhan was definitely, well, target bound. Who would have found the back of the net. Now, don't forget, she is one of the star players of the team. The number 9, the regular captain, does bring a good amount of experience and skill to the pitch every time. Got an opportunity. Now that'll only find the roof of the net from the outside. Well, we've got a party going on for certain in the stands where the Vietnamese fans are. There's been a good bit of music. It was actually even louder earlier. Just decided to tone it down a bit, but that'll change. A quick run there from Thi Thao. And that ball's going to sail out of line, so throw an opportunity for Team Cambodia. Well, it is the outside of the fence, so. And it's Max Rayot who takes it. Bit of a collision there, but I've got to say, young Sohaim Mesam has been chasing every single ball possible. Hasn't been too lucky with picking it out. Throw an opportunity here, taken by Thivan Su. Here's Nuhan. Oh, that's a sweet assist. Well, straight off the captain. Can't get past Thi Thao. Here, Sri Lanka standing in the way. Well, that's defended, I would believe, regardless, but well, just the attempt to get that up, regardless of the flag going up, has just been phenomenal. And Vietnam just chasing down everything. You would believe they're trying to get an equalizer when they're actually probably just adding another to the tally.
Substitution for Cambodia, player number 19, Don Swepo, replaced by player number 17, Chris Tanimol. Player number 9, B. Sophia, replaced by player number 18, Koyon Swepo.
A couple of players have been replaced, well, on pitch. So Rit Chamimol has come in. About the number 10, well, chasing down everything that she could, but she was kept away. It wasn't going to be too easy. That's a fancy run there, coming from Nuhan. Lovely delivery, and what a strike! When you can surge with conviction, you know that you're going to find the back of the net, and the captain sets it up beautifully. And all it needed was a finish. So that's 7 goals now, and that's pretty much what the scoreline in the previous game would have been. Missed out on a few opportunities today, Thi Thao. But here's the captain, Nuhan, All it needed was a header. Right place at the right time for Thi Thao.
By player number 11, Thái Thi Thao.
So it's 6-0 and, well, one more goal. One more goal to equal the last game, which was a 7-0 scoreline. Well, just 15 minutes into this period of play. Had a couple of opportunities early on the game. Well, Thi Thao, I couldn't find them through, but just got a sweet assist from a skipper. Well, to make that possible. And I do believe that, well, like Thailand, Vietnam would want to make a statement, well, in this contest, that they mean business and that they aren't going to leave anything to chance. Of course, having said that, the next will be an amazing match to watch when Vietnam and Thailand clash. So it will also be interesting to see Cambodia and Indonesia, well, lock horns. And we've got another change coming on for Vietnam. As Thi Thanh Na gets ready to come on.
Substitution for Vietnam. Player number 23, Nguyễn Thị Bích Thùy, replaced by
Thi Thanh
player
Na.
number 19, Nguyễn Thị Thanh Nhã.
Thi Thanh Na replaces Thi Bích Thùy.
Thay đổi người. Cầu thủ số 23, Nguyễn Thị Bích Thùy rời sân. Cầu thủ số 19, Nguyễn Thị Thanh Nhã vào sân.
So it certainly looks like, well, there might be, well, even more goals in store with all those reinforcements coming in for the team. Cambodia still have to progress past the group stage. This is their 5th appearance in the tournament, while Vietnam, making their 13th appearance, have won 3 championships, 2006, 12 and 2019. Will be interesting to see, being the host nation, how they fare in this one, because they've already come out all guns blazing. Cambodia just not being given any possession whatsoever, and well, the home team have certainly dominated this through and through. There goes Kivan Su, and Supley will just let that ride easy out. Well, if you thought there were not enough problems on the pitch already for Cambodia, then Vietnam just bring on some of their star players who've been on the bench and give the other star players a bit of rest. Cambodia finally getting their own here. And, well, So May Sam doing her bit as well to help out. Well, it hasn't been easy going up against the ladies in red here today. And there's definitely a different style of play. There's a different kind of intent, prep that's gone into it. Max Rayot gets behind it. But that's definitely been one of the issues here today, especially for, well, Team Cambodia. They haven't read the game coming in from Vietnam. It's just been an all-out attacking game, and Cambodia win the benefit of that call. And that's with Rit Chanmol, well, being brought down. And Suckley will take the kick. Ivan Su getting it back to Thi Thao. It's back to Ivan Su. A bit of defensive help will always be good. Thi Thu Thong on the back line. Well, no worries here for the time being for Vietnam at all. And I don't think their keeper, well, has even moved. She's been standing there for a good bit of time. Talking about Kim Tan. It's really been her day off here. And she can actually enjoy the music coming straight from the fans. Well, I don't know if you did catch them earlier, but they were playing the Isle of Capri. It's a very old popular song, and that's turned away. Baravi with safe hands this time around. How often, well, do you have to keep your eyes on the ball? And I can't but help, well, feel a tad bit awful for Pen Baravi. She's had her eyes peeled on it and yet hasn't been able to stop about 6 of those strikes. Ivan Su back again. And even the defenders, everyone from Thi Thu Thong to TQ has got into the act here. We'll talk about sealing possession at the right time. Just a slight delay in clearing that would have put Thi Thao right on the goal track against Pen Baravi. Throw an opportunity taken by Thi Duan. And while we close it on 70 minutes, let's remind you 2 goals have been struck in this period so far, both of them by Team Vietnam. As Cambodia will fight as hard as they can to get that away. I do wonder what, well, their coach well, would be looking at. Keep in mind the fact that he was appointed fairly recently, but he's got the assistant coach of the team still with him. And that served well. So Koji Gyotoku is well, the manager of Team Cambodia. He's also the head coach of the Cambodia men's team since 2024. Was in charge of the under 21, under 17, under 23 in the past. Has also been a coach in Japan for clubs like Shimizu, S-Pulse, Umiar Dija and FC Gifu. He's also been the coach of Nepal. So he has traveled a bit, but he's been, well, with the Cambodian football circuit since 2019. And expect much from him. Well, he's just taken over the reins recently of the Cambodia women's team. Through an opportunity. And it's Max Rayot. Oh, lovely delivery, and needs to be chased down, and she'll do it well. The Highland getting right behind it. It's back to the defense here. And that's turned away. Well, it's turned into, I'd say, a tad bit of a one-sided affair with Cambodia just being pushed into a defensive shell. And, well, Vietnam just going, well, at them time and again. And the statistics, of course, will tell you such a story. They haven't even given Cambodia too much time with the ball. Well, the long pass from Titu Thong. Well, she did find a way through, but the opposition's captain has it covered. 73 minutes in. Well, still no reply from the ladies in blue. The intent has been there, but they just haven't been able to get behind it. Did see both the captains yesterday with their coaches. Oh, that's a lovely cross, but that'll be picked up safely. A sweet assist like that needs a finish. 8 with the assist, 9 with the finish, you would have thought. But, well, safe hands there from Pen Baravi. Well, she has been able to produce a few good saves here today. And I think that's probably going to stand a good. Might be an even better showing in the next game. Throw and taken there by T2M. Out of harm's way, and that's the way that it's going to work in favor of Baravi. Well, didn't get a chance to tell you a bit about the Latre Stadium, multi-use stadium, right here in Hai Phong. So 7,925 in attendance here today. It's just the right time to tell you a bit about the history of this spot. It's been such an amazing venue. And we do have a hydration break before we can get into the last 15 minutes of play. So the Latre Stadium, a multi-use stadium here, built in 1957, and it was built from a horse farm, a yard of land which was originally the Latre Equestrian Club. And on the evening of January 1958, 1st of January, the first football match took place here, and it was a home side that defeated the Hai Phong Football Club that got the better of a Chinese side 2-0. 6 renovations have been done over a period of time. The last was in 2021. Stadium's current capacity rests at about 30,000. And the surface is Bermuda grass. I did speak about this in the previous name, or couch grass, found across most continents. It is used in India in the preparation of certain herbal medicines. In Nepal, the bride and groom will exchange garlands made of it. And the rhizomes, while present, do help. We've also got a change as Pen Baravi gets a bit of relief.
Substitution for Cambodia. Player number 1, Pen Baravi, replaced by player number 22, Chen Soviet. Player number 11,
So Sophie comes in.
Replaced by player number 14, Samuni Kanita. Đội tuyển nữ quốc gia Campuchia có sức đầy đủ người.
New talent on the field.
Pen Baravi rời sân. Cầu thủ số 22, Chang Soviet vào sân. Cầu thủ số 11,
Sawan Moni is off the pitch as well.
Samuni Kanita vào sân.
The goalkeeper Sophie is on. Well, it's the last bit of play. It's been a very exciting start for us, and I do hope you've enjoyed it as much. Well, exciting displays of skill, and it's going to get even tougher as this World Tournament progresses. And if you didn't know this, I was just saying this earlier, the very grass that these young ladies are playing on can also be used as an astringent, and dogs use it to self-heal when they have, well, stomach issues. So it is kind of really, really precious. Not just to be trampled on, but to be played on. And I think that's going to work in favor of, well, whoever who does the upkeep of the pitch, he'll be happy, I'm sure. Because there's a lot of trouble that goes into it, and I think it's really beautifully maintained. Bit of a battle there. And beyond the line, it is, well, Cambodia who'll win the benefit of that call. So Soviet Sophie, well, coming in to replace Pen Baravi, who really had, well, a very exhausting time on the pitch, there's no doubt about it. And just a bit of joy there from Hok Saudi, really trying to move it ahead. Max Riot still with it. Well, Cambodia have got to try and make the most of this. That's the furthest they've got in the second period of play. So Mesam getting a bit of a helping hand from Hok Saudi. And, well, Tithau guilty there for misdemeanor, which means it's going to be a free kick opportunity. And this is the one that Cambodia can grab with open arms and try and make the most of it. well, even a single goal would just kind of instill a bit of pride, well, into the team, a bit of a morale booster for their next challenge. And getting ready to take it, that's going to be Rit Chamimol. Bit of a wild effort that won't find the target, but I do believe taking every chance will count, and there's one more change for Vietnam as
Substitution for
Team
Vietnam.
An will come in.
Player number 21, Ngân Thị Vạn Sự, replaced by player number 22, Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Anh. Đội tuyển nữ quốc gia Việt Nam có sự thay đổi người. Cầu thủ số 21, Ngân Thị Vạn Sự rời sân. Cầu thủ số 22, Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Anh vào sân.
So Team An has come in to replace the very lethal Thi Van Su, who also had a goal there, the second goal on 11 minutes. It's been a very, very productive one for Team Vietnam, no doubt about it. 6 goals for the count. And there were many of them that were saved by Pen Boravi, so you can imagine what that goal count would have been had it not been for her. And, well, just appreciation there for the performance that she put on the pitch. I think it was a very gutsy one. So 8.5 minutes well still left, plus we'll have a bit of added time thrown in for, well, stoppages. Not too many, but just very few and far between. Let's remind you, of course, that the action in the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025 will continue. And it's going to be interesting because it's going to be at the other venue. Remember, Thailand started off their campaign with the 7-0 defeat of Indonesia earlier in the day right here at the Latray Stadium. And then, of course, right now it is a battle on where Vietnam are totally, well, in 6th gear with 6 goals in the bag. Having said that, the Group B encounters start off tomorrow, and that's being played at the Viet 3 Stadium, where Myanmar will face off with Australia, and Philippines will battle it out with Timor-Leste. Interesting games, and make sure that you catch the action, that you don't miss any of it, because let's not forget this event's returned after, well, a bit of a small break. Not the easiest way to get that one through, but every effort will count. And I do believe that Thi Hai Lin was aiming for the target. That was a bit too high. Too much of flight on that one. So as mentioned earlier, make sure that you don't miss the action of the MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. This is the ASEAN's premier women's championship. And as I said, it's not an event that takes place every year. So when it's on, make sure you catch every moment of it. Well, just closing into its the last minutes of the game. There's barely about 6 minutes left. Cambodia still continue to defend as Vietnam continue to attack. So once again, lovely through pass in there. And that'll be picked up. That will be picked up. Not too much of a worry for Soviet Sophie. And it definitely was, well, Thi Thao, who was looking for her second. Well, nowadays everyone wants to brace her a hat-trick. But at the other end, here's TQ. there goes that pacey run down the right flank this time. Well, Cambodia defending tooth and nail, but she's still persistent. While Thimian sticking to her guns, and this time the captain steps in. Oh, that's a defensive slip-up, but Cambodia will get away with it this time. Oh, what a rumble in the box there. Almost on top of it. Team Vietnam. And, well, Nuhan just, well, soaking that in. But Thimian, that was a blistering run from her. Well, she's come onto the pitch off late, so let's not take that away from her. But it was really quick. Absolutely quick run from her.
Substitution for Cambodia. Player number 4, Selena Chief, replaced
So
by
Selena
player
Chief
number 30, Kanya Him. Đội tuyển nữ quốc gia
has been
Campuchia có sự thay đổi người.
replaced
Cầu
by
thủ
player
số
number
4,
13,
Selena
and that's
Chief rời sân.
Can Ha.
Cầu thủ số 13, Kanya Him vào sân.
Well, everyone's played their part here today. You've got to give it to them. And Soviet Sophie, well, it's happy to be beneath the bar too. Just as an afterthought, of course, it's not up to me, but I was just kind of running it through my mind. Well, if each keeper had played, one half, it might have been an entirely slightly different outcome. I think there was just a bit too much of pressure on Pen Baravi right through. And you can thank the host nation. They weren't giving us too much of time to breathe. They just kept those attacks coming, and I think that makes a difference. But then again, a coach knows what is best. It's just my, well, afterthought. And once again, great interception there. How quick are they on the attack? It's just kind of they've been relentless. There's no doubt about it. And the number 19 won't find a way through, but Thimian, well, also wants to get in on the act. And then let's not forget that number 19, Thithan Na, who's been creating all sorts of worries. Definitely not going to be a penalty. There's everything legal about it. Well, you can actually see the work that has been put into this team in Team Vietnam. And I do believe it's been a very, very interesting, well, manner in which they've gone about their business. Was just looking back, while we talk of the captain, was looking back at the coach, and that's Mai Duk Chung. In 2023, he was the oldest head coach of any national football team, men's or women's, at the FIFA World Cup. He's 74 years old now. Oh, that is another terrific run. Absolutely stellar bit of athleticism here as Chuk Hong, well, keeps that ball within the line of play. Mail delivery there to her teammate. Well, it won't find the target, but absolute delight to watch these athletes in action. And it is Thi Thao that will miss out. So talking about their coach, he's been the Vietnam women's coach since 1997, then 2003 to 2005. He's also led other teams, but he's been a loyalist to Vietnam right through the under-19s, the under-22, interim for the men's team in 2017, and took over the reins 2016 to 2023, women's coach. Took a small break, came back in 2024. Nobody knows the Vietnam women's football team better than him and what they're capable of, or what he can well bring out of them in terms of performance. So more power to him. 3 minutes of added time is what we have. 3 minutes before that music, well, still continues. Because that's a Vietnamese contingent, and they're just going to keep that coming. That's been a melody, can't deny that. Vietnam still hungry for another goal. Remember, they sit at 6-0 over Team Cambodia. Oh, that one's not going to find the back of the net, but it's an effort all the same. Chakong using her, well, head to good measure. Well, I must say this, more than anything else, well, Team Cambodia just, well, outdone here actually by Team Vietnam. And I'm not saying it in a bad manner, it's just that Vietnam have been fairly relentless and fairly, well, methodical in their attack. And here we go again. Nuhan. Just a tad bit of grappling there, and I do believe the referee says it's all good, girls. Let's just get on with the game. And Sok Lee has defended as well as she can in this matchup. It's been a tough call for her. Well, just a set piece there. Nuhan will have to let that rest easy. Into the last minute of play, actually, to be precise. We just had 3 minutes added, remember? And Sophie will get to it. And everyone wants to get acquainted with the Cambodian keeper. Well, not taking any points away from the ladies in blue. They really put in an effort here today. They worked with what they could, and you can't help but well, applaud them for putting on a good show of courage here. They will be back for the next game, but as of now, Vietnam pretty much cruising towards that commanding victory, and they're still going at it. Well, here goes Timian trying to set that up as Soviet Sophie collects it, and a referee will bring this game to an end. Well, it's pretty much been a game dominated by Vietnam in possession and attack. 6 goals for the count, and it hasn't been easy for Team Cambodia. They will have to put on their thinking cap, weather out this defeat, and then come back stronger for the next one. And that's what all teams do, isn't it? That's a spirit of sport. So, 4 goals in that first period, and then 2 in the second. And it is the home team that's taking claim to this victory. It's a well-deserved one, so you got to give them a pat on the back. They did have, of course, home comforts on offer, but they've used them wisely, and this man continues to lead the way for Vietnam, their coach. So at the end of the second game, or game 2, in the ASEAN Women's MSIG Serenity Cup 2025. It is the host nation who claim all the spoils with half a dozen goals. It's also time for me, Glenn Mascarenas, to shut shop and ship out of here. You'll be in the good hands of my friend Natasha at the Viet3 Stadium tomorrow. Final score here, it's Vietnam 6, Cambodia 0.
Ông Đào Trọng Đức, Ủy viên Ban Thường vụ Thành ủy, Chánh Văn phòng Thành ủy. Ông Nguyễn Minh Hùng, Thành ủy viên, Phó Chủ tịch Ủy ban Nhân dân thành phố Hải Phòng. Ông Trần Quốc Tuấn, Ủy viên Thường vụ AFC, Chủ tịch Liên đoàn bóng đá Việt Nam. Ông Hoàng Quốc Thưởng, Ủy viên Ban Thường vụ Thành ủy, Phó Bí thư Thường trực Đảng ủy các cơ quan Đảng, ông Trần Văn Thắng, Chủ tịch Tập đoàn Sao Đỏ, ông Trần Tiến Dũng, Chủ tịch Hiệp hội Logistics Hải Phòng, ông Văn Trần Hoàn, Ủy viên Ban chấp hành Liên đoàn bóng đá Việt Nam xuống sân và trao tặng cho các tuyển thủ nữ quốc gia Việt Nam của chúng ta những phần quà ý nghĩa. Xin trân trọng cảm ơn.
Dạ, cảm xúc của em trước hết là rất vui ạ, và cảm thấy rất tự hào vì đội nhà đã giành chiến thắng ạ.
Hôm nay lâu lắm rồi mới chúc mừng lại ghi bàn, nay có một bàn thắng trước đội tuyển Campuchia thì
Dạ, cảm xúc của em thì rất tuyệt vời vì lâu lắm rồi em mới có thể ghi bàn để có thể giúp đội nhà giành thắng lợi.
chiến thắng này có giúp toàn đội giảm tỏa bớt một chút là áp lực trong hành trình chinh phục chức vô địch giải năm nay?
Dạ có ạ. Chiến thắng này giúp em và toàn đội giải tỏa được, nói chung là dạ.
Cảm ơn Hương.
Dạ. Anh không? Hello. Translate.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about the performance of this side?
អញ្ចឹងគិតមិនដែរour performance right អញ្ចឹងគិតមិនដែរការលេងរបស់យើងហើយនឹងលទ្ធផលប៉ុណ្ណឹង
ចំពោះខ្ញុំការលេងថ្ងៃនេះគឺពួកយើងប្រឹងប្រែងអស់ពីលទ្ធភាពហើយដោយសារតែវាមានបញ្ហាតិចតួចដោយសារកំហុសខ្លួនឯងផងហើយដោយសារគាត់មានបទពិសោធន៍ច្រើនអញ្ចឹងយើងគិតថាលទ្ធផលហ្នឹងយើងអាចទទួលយកបានក្នុងការប្រកួតនេះ
so we ម្ដងទៀតផ្លេចអត់ដំបងមិញដំបងចឹងទៅ
ការប្រកួតហ្នឹងយើងធ្វើបានល្អហើយសម្រាប់លទ្ធផលហ្នឹងគឺយើងអាចទទួលយកបាន
so this game we already try our best and our opponent also very strong team and this result is kind of we accept because we also have done a lot of mistakes. Yes.
You did not win, so what are you satisfied about for this match?
អញ្ចឹងso you want
What are you most satisfied about?
អញ្ចឹងតើយើងពេញចិត្តអីគេនៅក្នុងការប្រកួតនេះ
ធីមយើង
ធីមយើងទោះបីយើងចាញ់ក៏ដោយ
ទោះបីលទ្ធផលប៉ុណ្ណឹងមែនប៉ុន្តែពួកយើងលេងប្រឹងប្រែងលេងទាំងអស់គ្នាទំនុកចិត្តមួយគ្នាគឺពួកយើងព្យាយាមលេងជាមួយគ្នារហូតដល់ទីបញ្ចប់
So we happy that our team had tried our best and we fight until the end of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
chơi đúng rồi coi là không
hốt cái đất hốt